Hey, hello everyone. It is another episode of my digital literacy program. I'm Dr. Oludare Ogunlana, cybersecurity expert, digital right advocate, and proud Nigerians who has learned, sometimes in a very hard way, that this country, your phone battery, is not the only thing that can disappear overnight. Today, we are talking about something serious, no, something dangerous, something so advanced that even your fellow people only need internet to access to try it. And this topic is cybercrime, modern global malaise, and the Nigerian experience. But before I hit you with the facts, let me tell you a true story. And yes, this one is real. In August 2023, a young man named Tunde woke up in Ibadan, stretched and yawned, and like many of us, he checked his bank app. He wasn't expecting any miracle from the pastors that will tell you you're going to get alert by reaching your phone. But what he saw was shocking than his NEPA bill or PHCN bill, zero balance. And that's a serious wala. He looked again. Maybe there's a glitch with his app. He cleaned his eyes. Everything is still zero. He restarted his phone, still zero. Then he saw 27 different transactions, fund transfer to strange names like Blessing Crypto Limited and Enjoyment Logistic. So it turns out someone has cloned his SIM card and taken control of his bank app overnight. And do you know what the bank told him when he went to bank, when he called his bank? He said, sorry, sir, we are still investigating. Please be patient till today. Today is still patient, but broke. And that's the reality of what we face in Nigeria today as a result of cybercrime. Now laugh if you must, but for many Nigerians, this is not a joke. It's not a joke at all. In 2024, our country lost over 500 million to cybercrime. And that is over 700 billion money that could build roads, fund hospitals, and maybe even fix our electricity. I mean, who knows? From students to CEOs, from Calabar to Kano, no one is safe anymore. I mean, that's the reality of today. And come to think of it, cybercrime is not just Yahoo Yahoo anymore, not that simple email scam again. It's not just fake inheritance, those prince letters we are used to. Now we have what we call business email compromise scam. We have sextortion, SIM swaps, insider bank fraud, identity theft. And let me say it again, insider bank fraud. In 2024, First Bank staff was caught siphoning over 40 billion naira. Yes, 40 billion. 40 billion naira. He didn't use gun, he didn't use force. It's just because of digital manipulation and insider trust breach. If you steal 40K, they call you a thief. That's 40,000 naira alone. They will call you thief. Think of what are we going to call someone who stole 40 billion? Then they will call you sir or gasa. And if possible, that person is going to use the money and contest an election and it will win and it will be in court. Are you being caught for the next 20 years or 30 years? Before they finish the case, the owner of the money will have died, the person also will have died. And that's the reality because the wheel of justice moves very slow, particularly in Nigeria. Once you have the money, but there's a joke, they will tell you, steal enough money so that you can have enough money to hire the best of the best lawyers that will represent you. And you and I know the victims. Who are the victims? They are our mothers, fathers, students, pensioners, people who save for months only to lose everything to one click. A woman in Lagos lost 380,000 after trying to buy a UK used iPhone online. What she got was a bag of pure water inside a phone carton. And no, she didn't laugh. So now think of what government is doing. Last week also, I saw my brother online, Femi Lawson, shouting on top of his voice on how GTP, Guarantee Trust Bank, just deducted some money from his account, and he keep calling them, calling them. It took them several hours before they even returned pick the calls. So, what is government doing about this? Well, we do have cybercrime law, the Cybercrime Prohibition Prevention Act of 2015. Yes, sounds good, right? It sounds good. But here is the twist. That law is now being used not just to fight crime, but to fight critics. Whoever that speak against the government, they will charge you with cybercrime, cyberbullying, harassment. Some pastors and politicians are now using the law to arrest journalists, bloggers, and even aunties on Facebook who ask too many questions. Let me give you a name. Omoyele Sowore. This man has become a one-man legal ambulance, visiting police stations all over Nigeria, demanding the release of innocent citizens detained under cyber stalking charges. Their crime, they dare to speak truth to power online. You see, in Nigeria, freedom of expression comes with terms and conditions. So I will stop at that. Let's return to the banks. Between January and June 2024, fraud in Nigerian banks rose over 8,900%. I didn't say it. It was reported by EFCC. That's not growth. It's a national emergency. We're talking about billions lost through phishing, insider compromise, poor firewalls, and just bad luck. So some banks still use default password like 1234, no multi-factor authentication. Even my nephew in GSS2 knows how to add that. Yeah, simple as that. And that's why we need to enlighten our society. So what do we need to do in doing that? What do we have to do with all those things that I've mentioned? So first, we need to amend the Cybercrime Act. We have to remove those fake terms. We have to protect freedom of speech, punish actual criminals, not critics. We need to update law enforcement tools. We need to give them labs, training, and digital integrity. We cannot use 20th century training, which of course they have been using to fight traditional crime, to fight today's crime. We need to equip them, fund them, and give them training for them to be able to stand up against 24th century crime like cybercrime. So, to our banks again, there's a need to reform our banks. We need to enforce multi-factor authentication, biometric logins, and proper use alert. So they are very important. And the regulators must ensure that our banks adhere, they comply, to all those reform. So we need to educate the public. Government should launch digital literacy campaigns, especially for the vulnerable. Everyone is vulnerable in Nigeria, though. Anyone can fall for social engineering attacks. That's the reality. Now, people are gullible, people are less informed, people want to help one another. So as a result of that, when they get a call from the other side and say, okay, can you help me do this? They will have done that because the purpose of social engineering is to make sure you act before you think. So we need to educate the public. We need to create a cybercrime oversight commission where citizens report abuse of the law. Where citizens will report abuse of the law. We cannot continue arresting those who are speaking against fake miracles online. We've seen pastors that will tell people that raise your phone, you're going to get alert. We've seen people selling different kind of oil and everything. And when people speak against that, they charge them with this same cybercrime law. It is important to stop that abuse. So partnership is very important. We all know that cybercrime is borderless. It's a borderless crime. We need to work with our partners all over the world, work with Interpol, Europol, and FBI to fight cybercrime as a team sport. And that's only where we can win. So let me put everything together and let me be blunt. Cybercrime is not just about stealing money. It's about stealing trust, stealing peace, and sometimes stealing lives. We've seen some extortion rings operating from Nigeria. In fact, few of them, they were extradited to the United States to come and face law. So if you don't act very fast, Nigeria risks becoming a nation where the people are afraid to bank online. People will start keeping their money inside their colo again, or they putting their money inside their bed. The world is afraid to invest, and the law is afraid to serve justice. But it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. That's not who we are. We can fight back with the right laws, the right tools, and the right will. So, as government got something to do, we get to do something. We don't need to be glamorizing those ill-gotten words. We don't need to be looking at cybercrime as a smart hustle. We need to condemn it. All those neutralization techniques, which of course our people are using to justify why people scam people abroad, we need to stop that. We need to be serious about it. We need to fight back. Let us protect our people. Let us defend our right. Let us secure our future. Again, I thank you for listening to me. I'm Dr. Oludare Ogunlana, cybersecurity advocate, proud Nigerian, and digital optimist. Let us stay safe. Let us stay sharp and always verify before you click. If you don't want to find yourself where you don't want to find yourself, make sure you verify before you click. Until next time, see you again.